Welcome back. 866 graduates of the Nigerian Law School were called to the Nigerian bar at a ceremony held in Abuja recently. The acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Mohammed, used the opportunity of the ceremony to warn lawyers to desist from discussing legal matters which are still pending in court in the media. We have some of the highlights from that ceremony up next. On Tuesday, the 9th of July, the Nigerian Law School, at a ceremony held in Abuja, admitted to the bar successful candidates who participated in the bar finals examinations. 850 students passed, while another 34 had conditional pass mark, and a total of 724 were said to have failed. The chairman of the body of benchers, the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, in his remarks, urged the new wigs to be of good behavior and to maintain the integrity of the profession.
The journey that lies ahead of you is by far more than the distance you so far have covered. It is important for you to know that days are expensive in the sense that when you spend a day, you have one less day to spend. So make sure you spend each day wisely. I therefore urge you that in the days and years to come, you must remain steadfast, dedicated, and preserve at all times your attitudes and cultures. In this way, you will succeed as lawyers. From this day onwards, your status has changed. So much will be expected of you by your families, friends, the society, and the general public. There are weightier responsibilities attached to lawyers. Therefore, learn to set your goals for yourselves so as to effectively charge those responsibilities. While it is desirable to succeed early as legal practitioners, you must always avoid the get-rich-quick syndrome. To my mind, if your motive of joining the legal profession is to get rich easily and quickly, then you are entering with an entirely wrong motive.
The CJN also took the opportunity of the ceremony to warn lawyers to stop discussing in the media legal matters which are still pending in courts.
Now also use this medium to urge lawyers to desist from the habit of debating or subjecting to debate matters pending before the courts. Please, you know a matter is pending before the court. Some are in a hurry to go and address the press. What are you getting out of it? Allow the ordinary and the normal course to take their effect. But even immediately you come out of the court, you go and address the press, giving them wrong information. So please try to watch out. You are new ones now. Try to learn something better so that nobody can mislead you. And you don't mislead the court as well. Now, this habit is highly unprofessional and greatly frowned against. I call on the Nigeria Bar Association to take necessary disciplinary measures against its lawyers.
Some of the new wigs also spoke to Law Week.
Nigeria as a whole, is a great country. It's our fatherland, and for we younger lawyers coming up, we hope to make the legal profession a better place, and we hope to ensure that the society at large, is carried along in the legal profession.
It is an opportunity to also help my country, Nigeria, to aspire to a greater height, because I believe that the interest and zeal and focus for which some of us put into this very things we got today, if we can actually invest such interest in promoting the interests of Nigeria, I believe Nigeria will get to a greater height.
We need to work on the legal system in Nigeria, make amendments, and make better rules that will help the country in general. So I hope that every one of us today that we're called will work towards improving the judicial system of Nigeria.
And just before we go, let's bring you a quick recap of some of the top trending stories from the courtrooms.
I'll begin with the report that on Friday, the 12th of July, the appeal court in Abuja dismissed a suit challenging President Muhammadu Buhari's qualification to contest for the 2019 presidential election. The three-man panel threw out the suit for being incompetent. The appellate court had reserved judgment in the suit after listening to the arguments canvassed by the counsel to parties in the matter. The plaintiffs, Kalu Labran Ismail Hassi El Kuris, had approached the appellate court to set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court in Abuja, which declined to hear their suit challenging President Buhari's educational qualification before the conduct of the 2019 general elections. Among the reliefs were a declaration that President Muhammadu Buhari submitted false information regarding his qualification for the purpose of contesting the presidential election. The appellants claimed that the Federal High Court erred in law in its decision because they did not challenge a primary election that produced President Buhari as candidate of the APC. At the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have continued a defense of their petition challenging the election of President Muhammadu Buhari. At the proceedings in Abuja on Friday, the petitioners called another witness, Hussaini Haruna, who gave his testimony. Haruna, who is from Gombe State, claimed that some voters were coerced with 1,000 naira to vote for the president. When asked if any of those had been arrested, he said it was not his business, as he had reported to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, as stipulated by law. Another witness, Zachary Ibrahim from Bauchi State, alleged that there were illegal ballot papers signed in favor of President Buhari in Zaki local government area of the state. He, however, said he could not remember the exact number of such papers that were signed. The petitioners have so far called a series of witnesses who, in their different testimonies, disputed the results of the presidential election held on February the 23rd, 2019. Staying in Abuja, a magistrate court has granted bail to the People's Democratic Party lawmaker representing Adamawa North Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Senator Elisha Abo, who is standing trial for alleged criminal force and assault. The senator, who is charged with assaulting a nursing murder at an adult toy shop in Abuja, was arraigned before senior magistrate Abdullahi Ilela. He pleaded not guilty, and the magistrate granted him bail in the sum of 5 million naira and 2 sureties in like sum. The sureties must have verifiable addresses within the Federal Capital Territory. Further hearing of the case has been fixed for the 22nd of July. And in Lagos, the Federal High Court has ordered the forfeiture to the federal government a plot of land in Port Harcourt, River State, said to belong to the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Mrs. Desiani Alison Madueke. Justice Chuka Obiozo made the forfeiture order following an ex parte application by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The anti-graft agency told the judge that the land designated as Plot 9 Azikiwe Road, Old GRA, Port Harcourt, was reasonably suspected to be part of proceeds of unlawful activities. The Commission therefore asked the court for an order to allow it to appoint a competent person or firm to manage the property. It also asked the court to prohibit any disposal, lease or sale of the property. After listening to the EFCC lawyer, Justice Obiozo granted the forfeiture order. And we round up with the report that a prosecution witness, Ms. Selma Kokobasi, has alleged that the former chairman, Nigerian Bar Association, Ikeja branch, Adesina Ogunlano, lavishly spent money belonging to the association. The witness testified at the continuation of proceedings into the alleged 20.1 million naira fraud rocking the NBA Ikeja branch. Ogunlana, who served as the branch chairman from 2016 to 2018, is standing trial alongside his predecessor in office, Yinka Farumbi. Farumbi served as former chairman of the branch from 2014 to 2016. Both men were charged alongside the former treasurer of the branch, Adenriola Kapoor. The EFCC alleged that the trio connived and defrauded the body of lawyers of 20.1 million naira. The defendants, however, pleaded not guilty. Led in evidence by prosecution counsel Mr. Samuel Daji, Koko Bassi, who served as the branch treasurer during Ogunlano's tenure and financial secretary during Farumbi's tenure, testified that the defendants engaged in financial impropriety. Koko Bassi told the court that when she assumed office as a treasurer, she made attempts to no avail to get Kapoor, her predecessor, to hand over checks and other financial instruments in her possession. According to her, unsuccessful requests were also made to Ogunlano to persuade Kapoor to hand over the document. The witness said though she was always available for duty, checkbooks and other financial instruments were not entrusted to her, adding that Ogunlano never discussed finances with members of the executive committee. Under cross-examination by the defense team, Koko Bassi said she had documents to show that during his tenure, Farumbi also engaged in financial impropriety. Justice Mojisola Dada has adjourned the case until October the 21st for continuation of trial.
And that's the program this week. Don't forget that you can watch it again on our YouTube channel. Kindly give us feedback via any of our social media handles. I'm Shola Sheyeli. Thank you for watching.